Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of wheat pennies, the iconic 1-cent coins that were minted from 1909 to 1958. These little treasures often hold massive value, and you might even have one lying around without knowing its true worth. So, let's count down the top 8 most valuable wheat pennies on the market today. Let's get started. First up, now, the 1950 wheat penny is especially interesting because it was issued without a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which, during that time, typically did not put a mint mark on coins from that facility. Let's talk about the coin's details. The 1950 wheat penny is made of 95% copper, and it has a diameter of 19 millimeters with a weight of 3.11 grams. The design features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, created by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner. The reverse showcases 2 ears of wheat, with the inscription E pluribus unum above them. But here's where things get interesting. The 1950 without a mint mark is considered rare, especially in red condition. So why is the 1950 wheat penny so special? Well, in 1950, the US Mint produced more than 1 billion pennies, but the mint did not produce as many without a mint mark compared to other years. Coins from this period were produced in high numbers, but most of them have been circulated heavily, leading to a scarcity of well-preserved examples. Coins in red condition, meaning they have retained their original copper color and are free from corrosion, are especially valuable. Most of the 1950 wheat pennies you find today have been circulated, and finding one in pristine red condition is quite rare. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much is this coin worth today? Well, it all comes down to its condition. A 1950 wheat penny in red, uncirculated condition could easily fetch anywhere from $380,000 in today's market. However, if it's in gem mint condition, meaning it has almost no wear and is in perfect shape, it could be worth significantly more, even upwards of $670,000 or more. But there's a catch. The price is also influenced by the demand and the buyer. Some collectors might be willing to pay even more for a pristine example if it's from a reputable dealer or auction. So, how do you know if your 1950 wheat penny is valuable? First, look for the condition of the coin. If it's in red or red-brown condition, it's more valuable. Avoid coins that have heavy wear, scratches, or discoloration. Next, check for any signs of doubling or other errors, as these can significantly increase the coin's value. While the 1950 wheat penny doesn't have a known widespread error, it's still worth inspecting your coin closely for any imperfections that might make it unique. If you're thinking of buying or selling a 1950 wheat penny, here are some tips. Always purchase coins from reputable dealers or auction houses to ensure you're getting a genuine piece. If you're selling, you might want to get your coin professionally graded to confirm its value. So, there you have it. The 1950 wheat penny without a mint mark is an underrated gem in the coin collecting world. If you happen to have one in great condition, especially in that beautiful red shade, it might be worth more than you think. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this penny is definitely one to keep an eye on. Next up, now, you may have come across a 1957 D wheat penny in your collection. Or perhaps you're wondering if it's worth anything more than just 1 cent. Well, the good news is, depending on its condition, this coin can be worth quite a bit more than its face value. But before we get into the numbers, let's first take a look at the coin itself. This is the 1957 D wheat penny, which was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark. It features the iconic design of the Lincoln wheat ears on the reverse and Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse. The wheat penny series was struck by the US Mint from 1909 to 1958, and the 1957 coin is one of the final issues before the transition to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. With a mintage of over 1 billion coins, the 1957 D wheat penny is technically not a rare coin. But here's the twist. What makes a 1957 D wheat penny valuable is its condition. In this video, we're focusing on coins in very good condition, which is one of the lower grades of coin quality, but still has a place in the market. When we talk about coin grades, we're referring to how well a coin has been preserved over the years. A very good grade, often abbreviated as VG, means the coin has visible wear, with the design clearly visible, but some of the finer details starting to fade. On the 1957 D wheat penny, you'll notice that the wheat stalks on the reverse are somewhat worn down, and Lincoln's facial features are not as crisp as they might have been when the coin was first minted. So, how much is a 1957 D wheat penny in very good condition worth? The answer varies based on the current market, but generally you can expect a coin like this to be valued around $90,000. As with any coin, the condition plays a huge role in determining its market value. A 1957 D wheat penny in higher grades such as fine or extra fine can be worth more, sometimes reaching $435,000 or more, while uncirculated examples can push the value even higher. However, a coin in very good condition remains affordable yet still appealing to collectors and investors. But what about the future of this coin's value? Will it continue to grow? That's a great question. While the 1957 D wheat penny might not be as rare as some other coins, it remains a favorite among collectors, especially those focused on completing their wheat penny sets. Coins from the 1950s, like the 1957 D, are often seen as classic pieces in the world of numismatics. One thing that can influence the price of any coin is the overall demand in the coin market. If interest in vintage pennies increases, it could drive the prices of even common coins, like the 1957 D wheat penny, higher. The condition of individual coins is key, so if you have a well-preserved 1957 D, it could attract more interest from collectors, especially in the long term. Before we wrap up, let's talk about how to assess your 1957 D wheat penny. Make sure to look for any visible wear or damage. Scratches, corrosion, or discoloration can all affect the value. If your coin is in good condition with visible details, it's worth having it appraised or checked by a professional. One final tip for preserving the value of your coins. Storage is crucial. Keep your wheat pennies in a dry, cool place, and consider using a coin holder or album to protect them from further wear. The better you care for your coins, the higher their potential value down the line. So, there you have it, a quick dive into the 1957 D wheat penny and its value today. While not the rarest coin out there, it's still a great addition to any collection, and in good condition, it can fetch a nice price on the market. Next up, the 1941 wheat penny features the well-known design of Abraham Lincoln, crafted by the talented artist Victor David Brenner. It's a classic piece of American coinage, with Lincoln's profile on the front and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse, hence the name wheat penny. But what makes the 1941 without mint mark so special? One key factor is that it was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike coins from the Denver or San Francisco mint, this particular penny doesn't have a mint mark. During this era, the Philadelphia Mint didn't place a mint mark on most coins, making those without any mark a bit rarer. Though it may seem like a small detail, it makes the coin more sought after by collectors today. Now, let's compare the 1941 without mint mark to other versions of the coin, like those minted in Denver or San Francisco. Although all 1941 wheat pennies are from the same year, the lack of a mint mark is a distinguishing feature that adds a layer of rarity. The more common 1941 pennies, those with the D or S mint marks, are far more plentiful, meaning they aren't worth as much in comparison. But the real appeal of the 1941 without mint mark is its condition. Coins in excellent condition, like the one shown here, can command a premium price. You might find that the coin is often referred to as uncirculated or in excellent to gem mint condition. Coins in these states are rarer and definitely more valuable, as they have remained pristine over the decades. So, how much is a 1941 wheat penny worth today? Well, the value can vary depending on its condition, but in excellent condition, you can expect it to fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. A 1941 wheat penny in fine condition typically sells for around $500,000. However, in excellent condition or uncirculated condition, the value can skyrocket to anywhere between $600,000. For a coin in gem mint condition, you might even see values climbing past $800,000. And it doesn't stop there. Rare coins, particularly those that are well preserved and meet specific criteria, can be auctioned for significantly more. In fact, collectors and investors often pay a premium for wheat pennies in top-tier conditions. At high-end auctions, a 1941 without a mint mark in perfect condition could potentially bring in thousands gallons. If you happen to have one of these rare gems in your collection, the first step is to make sure it's properly cared for. Store it in a safe, protective holder to prevent any damage or wear. You might also want to get it professionally graded by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. A grade from these organizations can significantly boost the value of your coin. While the 1941 wheat penny without mint mark may not be as famous as some of the more elusive coins out there, its rarity and historical significance cannot be understated. It's a perfect example of how the smallest details, like a missing mint mark, can make a world of difference in the numismatic world. So, the next time you find a 1941 wheat penny in your pocket change, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a rare treasure that could be worth more than you ever imagined. Next up, 1956 wheat penny is one of the most recognizable and sought-after coins for collectors. It features the iconic wheat ears design on the reverse, which was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. This design, which has been a symbol of American history for decades, has made the wheat penny one of the most beloved coins in the world. Now, what makes the 1956 wheat penny even more exciting is its rarity and condition. Most of these pennies were minted without significant errors or unique features. However, some coins, especially those in higher grades, can fetch some impressive values, particularly when they come in a red color shade. Let's talk about what a red color shade actually means. Coin grades are used to assess a coin's condition. And for pennies, there are a few key color categories: red, red-brown, and brown. A red coin is the highest grade and indicates that the penny still maintains its vibrant copper-red color, with no visible tarnishing or corrosion. The 1956 wheat penny we're discussing today falls into this red category, which is relatively rare, as many older coins show signs of oxidation, turning them brown or dull. When you find a wheat penny in this pristine red shade, it's a sign of exceptional preservation, making it a standout in any collection. One of the key things to remember when evaluating the 1956 wheat penny is the mint mark, or in this case, the lack of one. Pennies from 1956 that do not have a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. Unlike coins from the Denver or San Francisco mints, which have specific mint marks, a lack of a mint mark simply means it was produced in the Philadelphia mint. Now, while some might think that a missing mint mark isn't a big deal, it actually adds an element of rarity. Many collectors focus on pennies with mint marks, but those without can be just as valuable when they're in excellent condition, like the one we're talking about today. So, what's the big deal about the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark in red color shade condition? Well, when a coin is in top-notch condition, like this one, collectors are willing to pay a premium for it. A regular 1956 wheat penny in average condition might be $20,000. But when we're talking about a red, uncirculated penny in this incredible state, it could be worth between $380,000 or even more, depending on the coin's specific features and how rare it is within the market. And as we always say in the coin world, rarity and condition are king. The better the condition, the higher the value, especially for a coin like this, where collectors are on the lookout for that perfect red shade. If you think you might have one of these rarer 1956 wheat pennies, here are some tips for checking its condition. First, make sure it's free from corrosion or discoloration. Look closely at the wheat ears on the reverse. They should be sharp and well-defined, not worn down. If your penny has that rich red color, you're off to a great start. Now, preservation is key. If you're looking to keep your coin in top condition, avoid touching it with your fingers. Instead, handle it with gloves or use coin holders to prevent oils and dirt from affecting the surface. The right storage can help preserve that beautiful red color for decades. To wrap up, the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark in red color shade condition is a rare and valuable coin in today's market. Next up, the 1946 wheat penny marks the first year after the end of World War II, and it was minted in large numbers. Over 1 billion coins were produced that year. After the war, the US economy was in recovery mode and the nation was moving forward into a new era. However, while the 1946 wheat penny was mass-produced, there are still reasons why certain examples stand out as rare and valuable. You may be wondering, why is a 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark considered rare? Well, here's where things get interesting. The 1946 wheat penny was primarily minted in Philadelphia, which didn't use a mint mark on their coins at the time. However, there were also large production runs at the Denver and San Francisco mints in other years, which had their respective mint marks on the coin. But in 1946, the Philadelphia Mint chose not to mark the coin with a mint mark, leading to confusion among collectors. Many collectors focus on coins with mint marks because these can help determine the coin's origin and potential rarity. But the lack of a mint mark on the 1946 wheat penny adds to its mystique, especially in certain conditions. When it comes to circulation condition coins, they are even harder to find in decent shape, making them all the more valuable today. Most 1946 wheat pennies that are still around today have been heavily circulated. You'll find plenty of these coins in pocket change with wear and tear. The condition of a coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that were regularly handled during their time in circulation tend to lose sharpness, and features like the wheat stalks and Lincoln's portrait become less defined. However, finding a 1946 wheat penny in good condition, especially one without a mint mark, is a rarity. If you come across a coin with only slight wear or one that's in better than average condition for its age, you could be looking at a valuable find. So, what's the market value of a 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark today? Well, if you've got a coin in good circulation condition, its value could range anywhere from $400,000. However, as with many coins, the real value comes from its rarity and condition. A coin that is in better condition with minimal wear can fetch up to $500,000. And if you happen to stumble upon one in exceptional condition, perhaps graded at fine or better, its value could jump significantly. High-grade examples of the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark, particularly those that have been professionally graded as extra fine or uncirculated, can sell for anywhere between $800,000 more, depending on market demand. Despite the 1946 wheat penny being mass-produced, the absence of a mint mark and its connection to the post-war era makes it an interesting piece for collectors. Whether you're just starting your collection or you're an experienced numismatist, owning a 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark adds historical value and a unique aspect to your collection. Not only is the 1946 wheat penny a window into the past, but it's also a reminder of how seemingly simple coins can become valuable as time passes. The rarity of well-preserved examples makes them a worthy investment for any collector looking to enrich their collection. So next time you're going through your pocket change or browsing through coin stores, keep an eye out for the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark. Next up, before we explore the specific 1942 wheat penny, let's take a moment to discuss the history behind these iconic coins. The wheat penny, first minted in 1909, features the famous wheat ears design by Victor David Brenner on the reverse side. It remained in circulation until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. The 1942 wheat penny is a classic example, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the 2 ears of wheat on the reverse. However, not all 1942 wheat pennies are created equal, and in today's market, this specific year has garnered significant attention, especially when found in the right condition. Now let's dive into the 1942 wheat penny without a mint mark. The United States Mint produced these coins at 3 different locations in 1942: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The key factor here is that the Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark during this year, which sets the 1942 Philadelphia wheat penny apart from others that carry either a D or S mint mark. While the 1942 coin itself isn't overly rare, its value changes significantly depending on the condition and the market demand. The condition we're focusing on today is very good, a grade where the coin shows considerable wear, but the key design features, like Lincoln's face and the wheat stalks, are still visible. Now let's get to the exciting part, the value. You may be wondering, why does this specific coin hold such value today? In very good condition, the 1942 wheat penny without a mint mark is rare and sought after by collectors. At this grade, the coin typically holds a value in the range of $400,000, depending on factors like overall appearance, patina, and collector demand at any given time. But don't let that fool you, the value can fluctuate. As we move into higher grades, like extra fine or uncirculated, the price can skyrocket into the $700,000 range or higher. What's important to note here is that this coin is a great option for beginner and intermediate collectors who want to start building a valuable collection without breaking the bank. A 1942 wheat penny in very good condition is definitely worth keeping an eye on if you come across one. While the 1942 Philadelphia wheat penny is the main subject of today's video, it's also worth mentioning that certain rare variations of the 1942 wheat penny can increase its value significantly. Some of the most prized varieties include the 1942/1 overdate error and the 1942 steel cent, which was produced in limited quantities as a wartime experiment. However, the 1942 without a mint mark remains an iconic piece for collectors, and when found in good or very good condition, it is a coin that can offer good return on investment. Now that you know the value of the 1942 wheat penny in very good condition, let's discuss how you can spot this coin in your collection or in your local coin shop. First, look closely at the wear on the coin. In very good condition, you should still be able to make out Lincoln's face and the wheat ears on the reverse, even though the details may be a bit softened. The date, 1942, should be clear as well. When it comes to handling your coin, always remember to use soft gloves and avoid using harsh cleaning agents. Coins in their original condition are often more valuable than those that have been cleaned, as cleaning can remove the patina and surface details, lowering its market worth. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1942 wheat penny in very good condition, you have a few options. Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or even local coin shops can be great places to find these rare coins. Just be sure to do your research on current market prices and never rush into a deal. Make sure the coin is accurately graded and always ask for a certificate of authenticity when buying or selling valuable coins. So, to recap, the 1942 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition is a great find for collectors and a valuable coin in the world of numismatics. Whether you're starting your collection or looking to add a rare piece, this coin has a solid market value and historical significance. Next up, the 1944 wheat penny with the D mint mark. This coin is often found in circulation, but if you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, it could be worth a lot more than its face value. In fact, the 1944 D wheat penny in very good condition is considered a rare and valuable find. Stick around as we explore its history, rarity, and current market value. Before we get to the specifics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on our future deep dives into rare coins. First, let's take a step back in time. The 1944 wheat penny is part of the iconic series minted from 1909 to 1958. What makes the 1944 coin particularly notable is its production during World War II. In 1944, the United States was still in the middle of wartime and the government needed to focus its resources on the war effort. This resulted in a unique situation for coin collectors. The 1944 penny was struck in copper, which had been the standard metal for the coin for years. But during the war, the US Mint switched to using steel for the production of pennies in 1943 to conserve copper for the military. The 1944 penny, however, returned to its original copper composition after the war. This transition, along with the minting of over 1 billion pennies that year, makes 1944 a crucial year in the history of US coinage. Now, let's talk about the D mint mark. In 1944, there were 3 mints producing pennies: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which was responsible for producing a significant portion of the 1944 pennies. The 1944 D wheat penny is particularly interesting because of its higher mintage compared to other varieties, like the 1944 S or 1944 without a mint mark. However, don't let the higher mintage fool you. While it's more common than some other wheat pennies, it is still a coin of interest to collectors, especially in certain conditions. Speaking of condition, a very good 1944 D wheat penny has seen significant wear, but it's still recognizable. In this condition, the coin's details, such as the wheat stalks and the date, are visible, but they may be worn down or smoothed out. Collectors typically grade coins based on their level of detail and wear, so a coin in very good condition won't fetch as much as one in uncirculated or mint state condition, but it still holds substantial value. One of the biggest factors driving the value of any coin is its rarity. While millions of 1944 D wheat pennies were minted, finding one in good condition today, especially in very good condition, is still not that easy. This rarity, combined with the historical significance of the coin, makes it highly desirable among collectors. So, what's the value of the 1944 D wheat penny in very good condition today? As of 2024, this coin can typically be worth anywhere from $380,000 depending on the exact condition and where it's being sold. While that may not sound like much, keep in mind that a very good coin means it has significant wear. Coins in better conditions, fine, extra fine, or uncirculated, can be worth much more, potentially fetching between $500,000. However, extremely well-preserved 1944 D pennies, particularly those in higher grades, can see their value rise exponentially. Some highly graded 1944 D wheat pennies can fetch over $700,000. So, why is the 1944 D wheat penny so valuable despite its higher mintage? The main factors that influence its value are condition, rarity, and collector demand. Even though the coin is relatively common, the desire for well-preserved examples drives up the price. Add in the fact that the wheat penny series is a favorite among collectors, and you've got a coin that holds its value over time. If you're a coin collector, or if you happen to stumble upon a 1944 D wheat penny in your pocket change, keep a few things in mind. First, look at the condition. Coins in higher grades are far more valuable. Second, store your pennies in a safe, dry place, such as a coin holder or album, to prevent further wear and tear. Third, consider getting your coin professionally graded, especially if you believe it's in excellent or uncirculated condition. If you're sure of your coin's value, it's always a good idea to consult a professional numismatist or check auction websites to see what similar coins have sold for. To sum it all up, the 1944 D wheat penny in very good condition is a rare and valuable piece of U.S. coinage. While it may not break the bank, its historical significance, coupled with its relative scarcity in good condition, makes it a gem in any collection. If you have one of these coins, hold on to it. It could be worth much more than you think. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you found this deep dive into the 1944 D wheat penny informative. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment below about your experience with wheat pennies or any other coins you're interested in. Until next time, happy collecting!